Mauritania is a country located in northwest Africa, bordered by the Atlantic Ocean to the west, Western Sahara to the north and northwest, Algeria to the northeast, Mali to the east and southeast, and Senegal to the southwest. It is the 11th largest country in Africa and has a population of around 4.6 million people. History. Mauritania has a rich history dating back to ancient times, with the Berber people being the earliest known inhabitants of the region. The region was later part of the vast empires of Ghana, Mali, and Songhai. In the 19th century, the French colonized Mauritania and it gained independence in 1960. Culture. The culture of Mauritania is predominantly Arab-Berber and has been influenced by the Islamic religion. The traditional music of Mauritania is characterized by the use of stringed instruments such as the tidinet, guitar, and lute. The cuisine is known for its use of spices and is heavily based on fish, meat, and grains. Economy. Mauritania has a largely extractive economy, with mineral resources such as iron ore, copper, and gold being the major exports. The fishing industry is also a significant contributor to the country's economy, with Mauritania being one of the largest fish exporters in Africa. However, the country faces a high poverty rate and income inequality. Politics. Mauritania is a presidential republic with a multi-party system. The president serves as both the head of state and head of government. The country has faced political instability and military coups in the past, but has made strides towards democracy in recent years. Human rights. Mauritania has been criticized for its poor human rights record, particularly in the areas of slavery, discrimination against the Haratan ethnic group, and restrictions on freedom of speech and assembly. Slavery was officially abolished in 1981, but it is still a widespread practice in the country. Tourism. Mauritania has a unique landscape that includes the Sahara Desert, a coastline with beautiful beaches, and ancient historical sites such as the city of Chinguetti, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. However, the country's tourism industry has been impacted by security concerns and instability in the region. In conclusion, Mauritania is a country with a rich history and culture, but faces significant challenges in the areas of human rights, poverty, and political instability. However, it is a country with unique natural beauty and potential for economic growth. Geography. Mauritania is mostly flat and desert, with a few highlands and plateaus in the northeast. The country's longest river is the Senegal River, which forms part of the border with Senegal. The coastline is around 700 kilometers long and has several fishing towns and ports. Languages. The official language of Mauritania is Arabic, but other languages such as French, Pulaar, Sanung, and Wolof are also spoken. The country has a high rate of illiteracy, and education is a challenge, particularly in rural areas. Religion. Islam is the predominant religion in Mauritania, with around 99% of the population being Muslim. The Islamic Republic of Mauritania is known for its strict adherence to Islamic law, and the country has faced criticism for its treatment of religious minorities and restrictions on freedom of religion. Wildlife. Mauritania has a variety of wildlife, including desert-adapted animals such as the addax, Dama gazelle, and the Saharan cheetah. The Bank d'Arguin National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is an important site for migratory birds and marine life, including dolphins and whales. Transportation. Mauritania has a limited transportation infrastructure, particularly in rural areas. The country has only a few paved roads, and most transportation is done by off-road vehicles. There are also airports in several cities, including the capital Nouakchott, and ports in Nouakchott and Nouadhibou. Sports. Football, soccer, is the most popular sport in Mauritania, and the national team has made significant strides in recent years, qualifying for the Africa Cup of Nations in 2019 for the first time in its history. Camel racing is also a popular sport in the country, particularly in rural areas. In summary, Mauritania is a country with a unique landscape, culture, and history, but it also faces significant challenges, particularly in the areas of human rights, poverty, and political instability. Despite these challenges, the country has potential for economic growth and tourism, and its people have a strong cultural identity and pride in their country. Currency. The official currency of Mauritania is the ouguiya, MRO. It is named after the ancient currency of the Saharan empires, and is currently the only currency in the world that is not divided into units of 10 or 100. Instead, it is divided into units of 5, 10, 20, and 50. Population. Mauritania has a population of approximately 4.6 million people, with the majority living in urban areas. The largest city and capital is Nouakchott, which has a population of over 1 million people. Health. Mauritania faces several health challenges, including high rates of malnutrition, malaria, and tuberculosis. The country also has a low vaccination rate, and there have been outbreaks of diseases such as cholera and meningitis in recent years. The healthcare system is under-resourced and faces significant challenges. Environment. Mauritania faces several environmental challenges, including desertification, drought, and overfishing. The country has been affected by climate change, which has led to a decline in rainfall and an increase in desertification. The government has implemented policies to address these issues, including a ban on trawling to protect fish stocks and the establishment of protected areas. Holidays. The two major public holidays in Mauritania are Independence Day, which is celebrated on November 28 to mark the country's independence from France, and Eid al-Fitr, which marks the end of the holy month of Ramadan. Cuisine. Mauritanian cuisine is based on a few staple ingredients, including rice, millet, sorghum, and vegetables. Meat is also an important part of the diet, with goat, sheep, and camel meat being common. Spices such as cumin, ginger, and cinnamon are also used extensively. Art and crafts. Mauritania has a rich tradition of handicrafts, including textiles, jewelry, pottery, and leatherwork. The women of the Moor and Haratan ethnic groups are known for their weaving and embroidery skills, and their textiles are highly prized. The country also has a long history of metalworking, particularly in the city of Chinguetti. In summary, Mauritania is a country with a unique culture, geography, and history, but it also faces several challenges. Despite these challenges, the country has potential for economic growth, and its people are proud of their cultural heritage and identity. Government. Mauritania is a presidential republic, with the president serving as both the head of state and the head of government. The current president is Mohamed Ould Ghazouani, who was elected in 2019. The country has a bicameral parliament consisting of the National Assembly and the Senate. Economy. Mauritania's economy is largely dependent on agriculture and fishing, which together account for over 40% of the country's GDP. The country also has significant mineral resources, including iron ore, gold, and copper. The government has implemented policies to attract foreign investment and diversify the economy, but the country still faces significant economic challenges, including high unemployment and poverty. Education. Mauritania's education system faces several challenges, including a shortage of qualified teachers, a lack of resources, and a high dropout rate, particularly among girls. The government has implemented policies to improve access to education and has made progress in reducing illiteracy rates, but more needs to be done. Media. Mauritania's media environment is heavily regulated, and the government has been criticized for its restrictions on freedom of the press. Journalists and media outlets face censorship, and there have been cases of journalists being arrested and detained. However, there are several independent media outlets in the country, and social media is becoming an increasingly important platform for news and information. Culture. Mauritania has a rich cultural heritage, with influences from Berber, Arab, and African cultures. Music and poetry are important parts of the culture, and the country has a tradition of griots, who are oral historians and storytellers. The country also has a long history of nomadic herding, and the Tuareg and Moors are known for their distinctive clothing and jewelry. Tourism. Mauritania has the potential to become a popular tourist destination, with its unique landscapes, cultural heritage, and historical sites. However, the country faces several challenges in developing the tourism industry, including a lack of infrastructure and security concerns. In summary, Mauritania is a country with a rich history and culture, but it also faces significant challenges in areas such as education, media freedom, and economic development. Despite these challenges, the country has potential for growth and development, and its people have a strong sense of national identity and pride. Religion. Islam is the predominant religion in Mauritania, with approximately 99% of the population being Muslim. The country has a strong Islamic heritage, with a long history of Islamic scholarship and learning. However, there are also small Christian and animist communities in the country. Language. The official language of Mauritania is Arabic, but several other languages are also spoken, including French, Wolof, Pulaar, and Sonang. French is widely used in education, government, and business, while Wolof and Pulaar are common in the southern regions of the country. Sports. Football, soccer, is the most popular sport in Mauritania, and the national team has made significant progress in recent years, qualifying for the Africa Cup of Nations for the first time in 2019. The country also has a tradition of equestrian sports, including camel racing and horse racing. Transportation. Mauritania has a limited transportation infrastructure, with most of the country's roads being unpaved. The country also has a railway that connects the iron ore mines in the north to the port of Nouadhibou. Air travel is the most efficient way to travel within the country, with the capital city of Nouakchott being served by an international airport. Human rights. Mauritania has faced criticism for its human rights record, particularly with regards to slavery and discrimination against ethnic minorities. The country has made progress in recent years in addressing these issues, including passing laws criminalizing slavery and establishing a national agency to combat slavery. Security. Mauritania faces security challenges, including terrorism and organized crime. The government has implemented policies to improve security, including cooperating with international partners and implementing border controls. The country also participates in the G5 Sahel Joint Task Force, which aims to improve security in the Sahel region. In summary, Mauritania is a complex and diverse country with a rich cultural heritage, but it also faces significant challenges in areas such as human rights, security, and transportation. Despite these challenges, the country has potential for growth and development, and its people are proud of their cultural identity and traditions.